Imagine Iran, but democratic. Doesn't look all that likely at the moment, but just hypothermically, Iran ruled by freely elected representatives of a free people, not a theocratic top dog determined by a guardian council of arch-conservative underlings. And a bit younger they could be as well. They're not that old, no? This dude, head of the Guardian Council, sits there since 1980. The man's 98 years old. Dude's in mortal danger every time someone throws an empty yogurt cup his way. That's not the point though. What's the point? Oh yeah, Iran. Democratic. Imagine it to be so. What's the first thing you tackle? Break up the Revolutionary Guard. Talks with the West. Fight hyperinflation. Nope. First, you change the flag. Why not just leave the old one? And where's that voice coming from anyway? Show yourself, demon! Of course, you could keep using the old flag. Wouldn't recommend it though. Why? The old flag is the old regime. It's only introduced after the revolution of 1979. The earlier one has, according to the turban-in-chief, not nearly enough Islam on it. So, he makes a few changes. The center emblem, a tulip, traditional Iranian flower. Pretty. Which you can also read as Allah. Look, A-L-A. The stripes? Those have no Islam connection. Except, hold it, magnify. That's not just any old pattern, that's a calligraphic version of Allahu Akbar, God is greatest. The phrase is featured 22 times, 11 on top, 11 on bottom, and the 22nd day of the 11th month in the Iranian calendar, anniversary of the Islamic Revolution. Originally, the flag wasn't supposed to look like that, but like this. No edge ornamentation, no tulip, but a yellow emblem made from sun, stars, and clenched fists, ready to wall up anyone challenging the Islamic Republic, would be my interpretation. That idea quickly dropped though, on account of it being not good. Yellow on white already big no-no, and the emblem itself way too intricate. Looks good on a banknote, but on a flag? No way. Instead, tulip flag. And that one, this much I must confess, design-wise pretty fine. Subtle symbolism, unobtrusive ornamentation, an emblem easy to recognize and full of significance. They really got a lot of things right there. Other than the form of government and the general moral orientation that is. Therefore, unfortunately, tulip flag needs to go. Logical tulip flag successor, tulip flag predecessor. Lion and Sun was the template for the tulipy one, which you can clearly discern whenever you look at both flags with your eyes. Same green, white, red, just sans prayer verses, and in the center of the Lion and Sun flag, instead of a tulip, a lion and a sun. Quick market, get my heart medication! Lion and Sun has great odds for the national flag honor. In use since the 12th century, super popular even today. Well, with regime opponents, there's only one thing. Lion and Sun stands for centuries of Iranian history. Great. Only for all that time, Iran's been a monarchy. And monarchy, real truth, not super democratic. And I got one better. People sometimes like to use this version of Lion and Sun. That thing up there, that's the crown of the Shah. Another unelected dude leading supremely. Hold on, did they really model a star and fist design on the Shah flag so it wouldn't stick out that much? The cunning on them boys, man. Lion and Sun comes with lots of historical baggage. Solution, just take the emblem off. Green, white, red, and that's it. No text, no flora, no fauna. It's clean, it's simple, uses the traditional color combo, so why not? Because there's an absolute deal breaker. That's breaking the deal and then the deal's broken and you have to send your second born to the shop to get a replacement deal. Ronald, get me the replacement deal quick, I'll count how long it takes you. Okay, mommy, what color? Deal breaker because, with green, white, red, Iran's not alone. It's also Hungary on its head, and Tajikistan without emblem on its head, and Italy 90 degrees rotated, and Mexico without emblem 90 degrees rotated. That's to say, rien ne va, ne rien ne la plus. If you have to use the same colors, putting something extra on it, not a bad idea. But you don't have to use those colors. Iranian history's got tons of symbols and colors and patterns. Why not just try something different? Because green, white, red's been in use for over 100 years, and new stuff most likely wouldn't stand a chance against it. Except of course you find a similarly significant design that's got even more history behind it. A flag so old that it's even featured in Iran's national epic Shahnameh. And that story is pure sugar. Kaveh is a blacksmith. Cowboy is a blacksmith? Kaveh. 16 of his sons have already been devoured by this evil Arab ruler Zahak's snakes. What? There's snakes coming from his shoulders. 2 snakes. Gotta eat 1 portion human brain per day each or they'll bite Zahak. Don't ask, it's fine. So 16 Kaveh boys already snake fodder, number 17 just on his way there, but gets rescued by his dad. Kaveh's still angry with Zahak though, because of the whole snakes ate my children thing, so he hangs his leather blacksmith apron on a spear and dashes about with it to recruit people for the resistance.
Enough! Take down Snake Boy!
Then he meets with Feridun, hero and king to be, who says, Kove, you're a good bud. Here's some brocade and gold and gems and some purple and red and yellow fabric. Make that leather apron banner of yours look proper. Cool, thank, says Kove, and the legendary Iranian royal banner is born. Derafsh Kovyani. That one's tight. That'd be an awesome national flag, right? Shame that we don't know what it looks like. What? We don't know what it looks like. Could just as well look like this. Or like this. Not like this, but like this. The royal banner is said to have been used for centuries, but depictions or even physical scraps of it didn't make it. Not least because the Arabs in 636 snatched the banner, picked off all the valuable bits, and in a pretty clear-cut message burned the rest to a crisp. But what's this then? Let's just call it an interpretation of historical facts. If you, in the year 200 before Christmas, bought a cola and medium fries, you might have used this coin. Depicted on it, this banner with this design. Combine that with the colors from the Shahnameh, purple, red, yellow, and the banner from the legend becomes a physical flag for flying and smooching and such. I'm not smooching flags officially. Tajikistan's doing the same thing, by the way. 2006, they put this design on their presidential standard, even with the spearhead of good old Kove and everything. Thing is, we don't even know whether the banner on the coin is the banner from the legend. Could just be some other banner, but let's say coin banner and story banner one and the same. Doesn't even help us much, since coins aren't all that huge. Is that a cross, or 4 flower petals, or 2 continuous lines, or what? And there are no colors on there anyway. Those are just adopted from the Shahnameh, a book written over 300 years after the banner ceased to exist. And anyway, Shahnameh says, colored fabric as extra ornaments, probably hung from the bottom edge like so. Not that the banner itself had those colors. Supposed to be a leather apron. Does this look like a leather apron? Is that a leather apron to you? What? The most popular version of the flag is this one with a red border. Notice anything? Banner on coin has no border. So why is everyone using it? All together now. Because it was on Wikipedia. That they threw together the design only 2000 years after the fact isn't actually a big deal though. Has a lot of history, looks cool, is often used by the Iranian diaspora, good enough. Now, which flag's gonna be it? Which one's best for a new, free, democratic Iran? All 3 flags are used at anti-regime protests, all 3 are closely tied to Iran's history, all 3 would be a solid choice. That's all? Let's put it like this. As long as you live in a country where the dude in power can't tell you what to wear, where they don't just chuck you in jail when you criticize the state, where your voice actually has value, as long as you live in a country like that, which flag that country uses maybe isn't all that important. Hey person behind the screen, this video was made possible only by people supporting my channel on Patreon. Literally, no support, no tapa, no videos. Sad. So if I could ask you for one favor, take just 3 seconds of your time to genuinely consider whether you'd like to support the channel. Just consider. Ready? Go! Alright, thanks for that. See ya!